Hey everyone, it's Tamara Thompson with Video Marketing for Business podcast, and I'm super excited today because I'm here with my friend Randi Zuckerberg. Thank you, Randi, for being here.
I'm so happy to be here.
This woman is amazing in just all aspects. That's all I have to say. First off, she's killer at video content, so definitely subscribe to her YouTube channel. And as well as the sense of, we actually were just talking about Clubhouse, and that's one of the things that I think a lot of people are searching for right now is how to leverage Clubhouse. But I think today we'll talk about how to leverage clubs in Clubhouse.
Yes, that's a great topic, and I love it, especially since clubs, the ability to start a club just opened up to everyone. So that's definitely something that people are buzzing about.
Yeah, it's definitely new. It's just very recent that they allowed that aspect because it was a point where you had to have a certain amount of following in the beginning. And now it's like, hey, it's open to everyone. But is it a good thing to start a club a club in Clubhouse? What do you think?
Yeah, it's such a great question. I think something that you need to be really strategic about because everyone now has the ability to start a club, but just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. Exactly. Just like most things in life. A club, if you think about Clubhouse as if it's almost like a giant conference where you're, seeing, oh, wait, that breakout room looks cool. That room looks cool. That room looks cool.
Like you're running through that hallway because that's exactly the term.
Exactly. You're running through the hallway and you're like looking at all the rooms and the people and deciding what you want. So if you're going to start a club, you need to make sure that it's vibrant and bustling and there's a lot of content. If you went to a conference and all of the rooms were empty except for like one room from 2 to 2:30 p.m., like that's not a conference you would go to. That's not a conference that has a lot of life.
Successful club.
No, that's not a successful club. Just like if you were flipping through a TV channel and a TV channel had no content and then like one show on Sunday mornings, like that's not a TV channel that you're ever going to flip through. So if you're going to start your own club, you need to really commit to putting a lot of content and programming on it. If you don't have the time or the energy or the bandwidth to do that, don't start a club. Just have your one-off fun content rooms in other people's clubs, just like you'd have them in other people's conferences or other television channels.
Yeah, just like being hired to speak at events. You go out and speak at an event, you're like, oh, but they put on everything for me and here I am to speak and then step away.
Exactly. Like for me, I have something to say, but that doesn't mean I'm going to start my whole own conference just to say one thing. I would much rather go speak at other people's conferences, just like I would much rather appear as a spokesperson on other people's news or talk shows rather than start my whole own entire television channel.
Well, because you're leveraging other people's networks and tribes and communities,
Exactly.
And then they come to yours.
It's a lot of work to build a community from scratch. Now, for some businesses, it might be worth it to do that, to build an audience from scratch if you think that you'll be able to do something with that audience off of Clubhouse or do something cool with that audience down the road. But for most of us, it's a lot of work to build a community from scratch, and you're much better off leveraging someone else's community.
And I need to give this woman props. So she just on Sunday night just had a Clubhouse, basically her club hosted an entire event. And, Clubhouse, if you don't know what Clubhouse is, it was literally a concert because Clubhouse, those that don't know, it's an all audio app. And so, but she did all these things with her team behind the scenes, rehearsals and all that stuff. Can you walk us through what that was like?
Well, I took this awesome group, Freestyle Love Supreme. They do improv freestyle rap. So basically, if they're doing a stage show, they ask for different words and things from the audience, and in real time, they make up entire freestyle raps about that. So in order to do that on Clubhouse, we needed to seriously rehearse because we had the members of the group that were all in different places rapping together from their phones in their own homes.
Their iPhones.
And then we had audience members who in real time, we had to control them coming up and down to the stage, muting and unmuting mics, shouting out words. So we had multiple dress rehearsals. We had a tech check. We had all of these things going on. It was pretty complicated. I'm not sure I'm like super rushing to do it again, if I'm being honest, but it was pretty magical to see, thousands and thousands of people in there enjoying it when Broadway has been closed for a year. And that's kind of the closest you could come to a Broadway show.
You were saying it was on social media. It felt like opening night again in a way, but because we haven't been able to connect with people in that way. So it's really awesome that you're being able to do that.
Thank you. Well, I think, one of the great things about Clubhouse is that people are on there adding value, bringing culture, bringing, their business expertise and entertainment. And so that was really what I was trying to do, is I was trying to, bring my connections in theater and my producing talents to bring entertainment and value for other people. I hope people felt that and enjoyed it. And I look forward to doing more in the future.
Well, and she's so humble about it too, because her whole, be able to do that is to help give back to the artists too that were, struggling during COVID as well, and bringing the entertainment and the funness, but also giving back and having people give the opportunity to bring these thousands of people in her room to give as well. And she'd be able to set up like charities and
totally.
Like
we were able to raise thousands of dollars to support the artists during that concert. I even have all these links in my bio on Instagram and on Clubhouse, where you can different ways that you can work with me to support the arts. So that's something I'm hugely passionate about.
I strongly believe when you are creating a club in Clubhouse, like really think about who is the audience that you're serving there? What is the overall mission to it? And really, how are you impacting and inspiring other people with that content? Just don't think about just creating a club because you want it for hype or for me, or something else. Mm-hmm. Like, think of the overall bigger picture. And that's what she's doing in her clubs. And that's what I'm doing in other clubs. I'm joining other people's clubs to help share a mission of what I'm doing and helping creating as an experience for other people too. So like, what is that overall picture? And really think about it. Should I create a club on Clubhouse, or is it something where you go into other people's clubs and actually support them too? So those of you that are loving this interview with Randi, be sure to follow her everywhere. Where can they find you?
Gosh, well, on Clubhouse, I'm at Randi. That's Randi, with an I on the end. I have 2 clubs that I'm an admin of on Clubhouse. First is Likeable Business, where we believe that you can be nice and finish first in business. And also the Behind the Curtain Club. That's for lovers of all things theater and arts. I'm also on every social network channel that you're on. You can find me, Randi Zuckerberg, on all your favorites. And I just love connecting with people there.
Well, thank you so much, Randi, for joining me today. And yes, please follow her everywhere because she's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Only, you are a product of the
company. And subscribe to her YouTube channel. And also be sure to ring the bell on this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because we produce awesome content, solo content, and great guest interviews with people just like Randi. So be sure, like I said, ring that bell, select all, and I'll see you next week.